our meal prep list. I find it to be really simple, or to make it less chaotic if you kind of just write down what you're going to make. So I always just do like proteins and then sides. So for proteins, we're going to do chicken thighs. We do the boneless, skinless chicken thighs, and I'll show you how I prep those. Leo and the kids are going to do chicken wings for the week. We're going to do some steak, and then Leo and the kids are going to do some hot dogs. Oh, also I forgot one. You see? Shrimp. So I have the choice of 2 different proteins, and then, or actually 3. I get to do chicken, shrimp, and then either steak or like a fish once a day. So I'll do like probably salmon towards the end of the week, but I don't like to cook like the salmon early on and let it sit in the fridge. So usually on Wednesday I'll make like salmon. And then for sides, we're gonna do some zucchini. I got some whole potatoes that we're going to do. I'm going to dice those up, and we're going to throw them on the flat top and season those. I have some asparagus. I'm going to do white rice, and then I'm going to do some sweet potato fries as well. And then once the rice goes at the end of the week, I will probably make a just plain pasta and have that. So I kind of just break up like the size and do a little bit by little, just because I don't want to let anything go bad or anything like that. So, and I try to keep stuff as fresh as possible. But for mostly for the protein, we usually tend to last throughout the whole week. So let me show you what Leo has going already. Here are the chicken wings. We did pick up, I'm not gonna have any chicken wings, but Leo is back on his game. He's doing really well, so he wants to have some proteins prepped, and he loves a good chicken wing. Leo does follow my meal plan, but obviously he gets a little bit more variety when it comes to his proteins, and he gets to have a little bit more protein, and then I take a little bit more away from his carbs. So, but relatively similar, and it seems to do really well for him. So these are the chicken wings. These are just some whole chicken wings, and we found these 2 sauces. We are big G. Hughes fans around here. They're really, really good, and they're really macro friendly. So we got 2 different ones. We haven't tried them yet, so we'll let you guys know. These are the Thai chili. These are level 2 hot, so I figure the kids will like those as well. And then we also got the mango habanero. It's a level 3 hot. So I don't know, maybe we'll open them up and try them out. But I got these at Walmart. And then these are some grilling shrimp, and Leo's just gonna add a little bit of lemon and some Old Bay, and then we just kind of steam them. Really, really good. I try to avoid cooking with like avocado oils and stuff like that, just because it just adds to the fat content, and I try to keep stuff kind of low and kind of simple as possible. It comes out really good as well, so you don't have to really worry. And you guys seen this, but I'm gonna have Leo show you guys one more time. We do, these are a top loin whole cap off like piece of meat, and then we just cut these into steaks. But it's cheaper per pound if you buy it like this. I know it could be intimidating to see how you cut it, so I'll have Leo show you real quick. I've done this plenty of times, but it's nice to have a little refresher, and you know, you guys can get a kind of preview on how it could be done and simplistic. And then these are the chicken thighs that I use. These are the boneless, skinless chicken thighs from Costco. I'm thinking I'm gonna cook up the whole thing. Leo's gonna put this on the flat top grill, but last week it was raining and I prepped them in the Ninja Foodie, and it came out really, really well. I did it on 360 for 22 minutes, and they came out really good. I just seasoned these with a little bit of lemon pepper, and that is all. So I think that's it, right, Lee? And we got hot dogs too, but they're just like plain hot dogs, nothing too exciting. How is this? So Leo just opened this one. How this one taste?
It's alright. It tastes like spicy mango juice.
All right, who wants to try? Rhea?
What?
She's not even okay.
I tried it.
It's not good to try it.
All right, Bex.
What is it?
It's all right, put your finger over the hole. Okay.
My finger's not big.
All right. You want it?
Yeah.
All right, try it.
Tastes like the buffalo sauce from Hooters.
Tastes like the buffalo sauce from Hooters. Is it good? Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, let's try it. So that's the mango. I'm gonna smell it. I can't have a lot of these sauces because it has a lot of let's see what the ingredients are. Yeah, I just try to stay away from all of these, but oh, it smells really good. It has like a nice little kick.
This one tastes just like that chili sauce you put on the chicken.
Oh, I love that. Oh, it does smell like that, like the sweet chili sauce. That's really good. So I bet you it's going to give a nice flavor. We'll see how it cooks up on the grill though.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it's too watery.
Yeah, this carb friendly stuff or sugar free stuff is usually.
This seems like it has a nice thick consistency.
It's usually really runny, and I think I probably just grill them and then just leave it off to the side for dipping maybe.
Or you could toss them. I don't know. You can see how it goes. Your choice. I'm not eating them, so you can figure it out. Yeah. So pretty simple, but all right. Let me help Leo. These are again just lemon pepper. What do you season these with? Just salt and pepper?
I'm probably just gonna put that barbecue rub on.
Oh, the Kinders?
Yeah.
Sam's Club is really, really good with Kinder seasoning if you guys have a Sam's Club membership. And I'll have Leo cut this open and he can show you how he cuts it. But really simple, guys. If you have a flat top grill, I highly recommend just doing your prep that way. It makes it really simple, really quick, and you're able to like literally put like a whole pack of chicken and it cuts down the prep time.
Yeah, this whole package will fit on there.
Yeah.
And we have the smaller 2-burner one.
Yeah, so if you have the 4-burner one.
If you have the 4-burner one, I mean, you could put probably most of this food on there at once.
And definitely, guys, meal prepping, does it take a couple hours? Yes. It takes us a little bit longer, especially when we film, but it really helps you stay accountable and it literally gives you no excuses for screwing up your eating throughout the week because everything's already prepped. You literally just have to reach in the fridge and grab it out there. So if you wanted to take a step further and pack your meals individually, you can do that as well. I don't do that. I just keep everything in a container and just pull it out as we go, so that you can change up your meals and your sides every day so nothing is repetitive. But you can do what you want to do, but definitely give yourself a couple different choices of proteins. So if you're I can eat the same thing every day, but it is nice to have a little bit of...
If you have a variety of proteins, this makes it a lot easier. That way you only got to figure out a side.
And then with the sides too, as I said, we have 2 types of veggies. So we got the asparagus, I have the zucchini, and I cook them differently. I'm gonna do some sweet potato fries, and I'm gonna do some regular potatoes and then white rice as well. So it'll be really good. It's just a little bit of cutting. I cook all this stuff on the stovetop. I'm gonna air fry the potatoes. You know what? I'm thinking if I wanna do French fries, sweet potato French fries, or if I wanna have you throw these on the grill. Are you gonna throw on the gas grill or no?
Yeah.
But I like when you do these on the grill and you just, because they get like crystallized, because there's like a natural sweet in the sweet potato and it just crystallizes and it makes it so good. And I like to put a little cinnamon on there. I think I'm gonna do that instead of the fries because I can't have ketchup because of the tomato. All right, so we have Leo in the kitchen, and tell me what you're doing, baby.
We're just gonna trim a little bit of this fat off right here, just because I personally love to leave it on, but I know that you like it a little leaner, so just gonna go ahead and take this fat all off right here, so it's
lean.
So it's as lean as possible for you.
Mm-hmm. You could leave it off though if you wanted, guys.
Yeah, you definitely. So I know a lot of people like to cut their own stuff to prep it, but this is probably one of the more difficult cuts to bring home and cut it yourself, because it does have a lot of little pockets and stuff where you can get gristle and hard nerve and stuff like that. So, but this is basically it. If you get a sirloin, a whole sirloin without the fat cap on it, this is what it's gonna look like. And you want to just kind of trim up all the nasty looking stuff, like this right here. See, that's not really fat or anything. That's just kind of looks like some cartilage or some bone felt. Yeah, that's some bone felt there. Like this stuff right here, it's not very tasty. It won't cook off or render off like fat will. So then what you do is you're gonna have this ugly side right here where all this nasty gristle is, and the best way I like to do that one is I start on that side and I take about 1.5 inch steak off of there. And then what I do is right here there's another little pocket of gristle, and I cut right there, and you have yourself a nice little steak right there. And then this part right here is usually kind of waste. I mean, this is you kind of hack out the usable meat, which isn't very much. It's just that little chunk right there, and the rest of this you can't really eat. I mean, that gristle and nerve runs straight through to the other side, so There's not a whole lot worth of saving. I'll probably just shave and hack some of this off for Benny, but as far as us eating it, it's not going to be very good eating for us. He likes it though. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So then after that, you just kind of go through here. You just kind of keep slicing like this. And again, you know, you see all the lines, how they run across like this. And you always want to cut across the lines, obviously.
So you don't want to go with them, you want to go up and down?
Always across the lines. See how the lines go across right here?
Yeah.
And then you want to go across those lines too. And then right here, you could just make them as thick or as thin as you want them. Mm-hmm. I like them at about a 1/2 inch.
So if you buy it whole, it's $7 what a pound?
It's $7.99 a pound, and I believe that the average going price for regular sirloin steak is anywhere between like $9 and $11 a pound.
So it does take a little bit of prep work on your end, but in the
Yeah.
long run, you will save yourself some money and you get yourself a nice good cut of meat. And you know, it works out. So this isn't just 1 week. Like we'll save this and we'll have a couple meals out of it. So he'll slice it all up and then I'm gonna freeze some of it and then pull it out when I need it. So, but all right, so we're gonna go through, cut this up, and then I'll show you how. All we're gonna do is season it with some Gibson's.
Also, another quick tip too is when you're gonna go and cut a big chunk of beef like this. Sometimes it could be a little difficult to work with if you don't have any experience in trying to keep it even, so you get nice even steaks all the way through. So what I recommend to people do is maybe partially freeze it. If you're okay with that, it'll keep it firm and sturdy and in place, and you'll get nicer looking steaks out of it too.
There you go. Pro tip. I wanted to show you how we do the sweet potatoes. Literally, all you do is wrap them in tin foil, and then you just sit them on the grill until they get soft. So they got to give a give. It's usually 30-40 minutes or so, sometimes even closer to an hour. You kind of just slow cook them and get them nice and like roasted. They come out so good though. Like I don't have to add, I don't add any butter. Only thing I'll add sometimes is a little cinnamon, but they're so tasty just alone like that. So highly recommend cooking them this way, even better than the stove or the air fryer. This is the best way I've ever had them. So, and they taste really good with like a steak. Delish. All right, there are the chicken thighs, and like I said, we're just seasoning them with the Lori's lemon pepper. It tastes so good, don't you think?
Yeah.
I love them, and it's not too salty or anything like that. They just taste really, really good. And the chicken thighs, I keep saying this, but chicken breast is just dry. Awful. Boneless, skinless chicken thighs, honestly, you'll be so surprised at the macro difference. It's really only a couple grams of fat difference.
The taste difference is crazy different though.
Yeah, and you could like eat this every night with some sauces or even by itself with some lemon juice. You can put it on top of salad. You could eat. The possibilities are endless, and it's so good. And yeah, it's my favorite way. Leo is critiquing my tripod. My tripod, if you're wondering, is an upside down coffee mug. I do have tripods, but I do have lots.
Probably hundreds of dollars. Probably close to thousands of dollars in tripods.
Yeah, but whatever. So I have these. I was at the grocery store the other day, and it's the organic golden potatoes. The whole bag was on sale for $1.99. So I picked up 2 bags. I'm probably only going to cook one right now and actually give it back to my mother-in-law so she can make something. But what I'm going to do, wash them. Make sure you wash them. And I'm just going to dice them up, and we can make kind of like a diced potato on the flat top. And they come out really good, and Leo and the girls both enjoy them. So I'm just gonna go through and cut up the whole bag, and then I'll show you how I season them. But it's really nice when you can get stuff like this on sale, especially if you do like potatoes and stuff like that, or French fries. You can really make a potato go a long way. So it's a nice way, especially with the way groceries are priced right now, to kind of, you know, add to your meals. So what I think I want to do for these potatoes is kind of a Greek one. This is the Greek seasoning I use. It's pretty good. So I'm going to actually just put salt, pepper. Let me see how much salt this has. I don't remember. I'm probably just going to do a little bit of salt, pepper, and then I'm going to squeeze the juice and the zest. I'm going to do the zest of a lemon and the juice of a lemon and then some garlic. I'm kind of winging this, I'm not going to lie. So let's see how we do. But I love a good Greek potato, but I'm not adding any oil. So just going to be omitting the oil, but we're going to try everything else just to give it a nice flavor. But let's work on this together. Good. So I'm going to take the zest of the lemon. These lemons are nice and soft, so they should be pretty juicy. Just going to do the lemon. I love doing lemon zest, guys. It's like my favorite because it really does give a nice flavor. Ooh, you can smell it already. And then we're going to take the juice of the lemon. The seeds add a little, give you a little scavenger hunt while you're eating. I think a seed literally just hit the camera. Okay, there's a little bit of juice left in that one, but I want to season. And then we'll toss. Garlic. I'm actually almost out of that Greek one, so we're going to need some more. And then we're going to do some black pepper. Ooh, it smells good already. All right, Lee, give it a toss. Benny, that's enough. Oh, it smells really nice. Gonna give it another coat. I'm gonna add some oregano as well. Greek food has a lot of oregano. It's actually Greek oregano. I actually prefer that over this one, but it's what I have. All right, we'll have Leo toss it one more time. I do want to say I opted for the lemon juice as opposed to use as a binding agent for the seasoning as instead of an olive oil. But if you wanted to use like an olive oil, avocado oil would be my guess. But this
olive
is
oil works the best, I think.
Well,
Tastes the best. A good one though.
Good olive oil.
Yeah, don't get like that cheapy stuff. Go to like the imported section where they actually.
Yeah, let's add a little bit more. Just a little bit more oregano.
Why didn't you use the fresh one?
Because I have to pick out the stems and the seeds, and I was being lazy. But I am going to keep the lemon in here, the used lemon pieces, because it will, when we put foil over it, and if we steam it, it'll kind of give all of that off, okay?
Oh, we're not cooking it on the actual.
No, I thought we could steam them.
Okay.
You can see all the seasoning. Season your food, guys. Season it really, really nicely because you should eat food, even though if you're, on a plan or whatever you're doing, food isn't a punishment. It should still be enjoyed, even if it's, a little bit cleaner. So, yeah, there you go. That's some Greek potatoes for you. I do want to say this. This is not on my regimen, but I make this every week for my kids. Some Puerto Rican rice. Every weekend I make it and the kids have it as a snack and like a side with their meals, and it's just prepped up and it is so good. While the kids are eating their stuff, I'm gonna go through and start dicing up these zucchinis. I'm actually gonna rinse them first. I don't know why I didn't do that. But rinse up these zucchinis and dice them into pieces. And I'm gonna show you how I make mine. They come out to be super flavorful and everybody will eat them. So it's kind of simple. I have been eating them like this for a few weeks now, so I can attest for myself that there is no bloating. I am going to use some sazon, which a lot of people don't like to use because they say it causes a little bloating because of the MSG. I haven't had any issues, but if you haven't or you're unfamiliar with it, just maybe start off by a little and see how your body reacts. But for me, it's been all good. Leo has everything all prepped up for meat, so I think that's looking pretty good. And yeah, so let's dice these up. Let me show you how I'm gonna cut them. Rinse them, always rinse them. So what I do is I cut off the tops and the tails, tops and the bottoms, whatever. Slice them right down the middle. All the chicken is popping in there.
Yeah.
Just a piece of chicken for me to eat. So I have my frying pan coated with some nonstick spray. I turned it on medium heat, and then I will add in the zucchini. I didn't end up using them all. I ended up giving my mother-in-law quite a few because I don't think we were going to eat them all, and I don't want to waste them. So I'm going to let them just kind of cook down for a little bit. So to just give you guys a little hint or like little tip here, zucchini has a ton of water in it, so it's going to emit some water as it's cooking up. So how I am going to season it is with a couple packs. I think I'm going to start out with 2 packs of the sazon Goya. It's just a really good flavor adder. Honestly, I add this to everything. I just think it tastes really, really good. You could add it to pretty much anything as well. So I'm gonna add 2 of those, and then I'm gonna add in about a tablespoon of Knorr chicken bouillon and a little bit of water, and just cook it down. And it tastes really good and has a nice little flavor. And it's a nice way to eat. Like zucchini by itself tastes like, I don't know, drywall or something, I don't know. But there's very few veggies that can eat by itself that taste good on its own. And zucchini is not one of them. I feel like they're just kind of bland. But I think with a little bit of seasoning, they taste pretty good. And I know you guys would like it. So these Sazon Goya packets you can get even at the Dollar Tree, and the same thing with the bouillon. I always use Knorr because that's what we've always used, but you can use whatever one you got. Be careful with the bouillon because it has a ton of sodium, so I just do a little like serving spoon and toss it in there. And this can ruin a meal too. It's extremely salty, so add little by little. You could always add more, but start off light and then, taste it and see if you want to add more. And yeah, so it's super simple. So let's cook these down for a little bit, and I'll show you like part 2. So I'm gonna take 2 packets. I just wanted to show you kind of what I'm doing. You could see when a zucchini starts to get cooked up, it starts to get a little translucent. So it's starting to cook down. You could smell it. You could see some of the water is coming out in the pan. So, they're heated up enough. I'm gonna take the 2 packets of Sazon and then just sprinkle them over. Okay. I have that Knorr chicken bouillon. Like this Knorr is gonna last me a lifetime. I just take literally just a regular serving spoon and just do one of those. Sprinkle it all over. And then I have 1/4 cup of water. Sometimes you might have to add more or take away, just, if you add too much, then you could just cook it down and render it down. It's not that big of a deal. And I just kind of mix everything, and if I want to add another thing of Sazon, I will do so. So I think I might have to, just because I don't think everything is going to get coated. Now, if you wanted, you can do like calabacitas, and you could add onion to this. Cook it down using the same seasoning that I just used. And then what you do to add a little bit of spice, honey, I'm gonna add 1 more packet of Sazon. You could add on the top layer, my mother-in-law makes this, and you add the cheese and then you cover it. We do Chihuahua cheese, but you can do mozzarella as well. And then you will either cover it with a lid or with foil. And it is so good. When I was keto, I used to eat that a lot. It's a nice dish. The kids eat it. That's honestly a really good way for me to help get my kids to eat like this stuff, is with the cheese on top. I mean, it kind of defeats the purpose of the vegetable, but And then I'm gonna take a thing of foil, and I'm gonna turn my burner down to low, and I'm gonna add a thing of foil over it, and I'm just gonna let it steam in here. And that's it. So super simple and very, very good, and a nice way to get the veggie in. So if you have a lid that'll fit your pan, do so. I don't have one, so I'm gonna use this very little bit of foil that I have left and cover up my pan. So this has been going for like 5, 6, 7 minutes. We're getting a little sneaky peeky. I don't have the best seal because of the foil, and look, foil is an expensive, oh my goodness, is an expensive habit or expensive treat these days. So anyway, sneaky peeky. Benjamin. So you could see it's rendering down, right? I love the color with the Sazon. I think it just looks really, really nice. They get nice and soft. Now, if you like for them to have a little bit of bite to them still, which some people do, you could just go ahead and turn them off now because they are pretty much all cooked through. But I like for mine to be pretty soft. So does Leo, where you can kind of see they almost like fall apart. I like it that way. That's just kind of my preference, but if you like for them to have a little bit more, then you do that. So now that they're pretty soft though, I am going to just let them, I'm going to take the foil off and just let them continuously cook down, but definitely try out that cheese on top. You will be like, damn, so good. And this, my friends, is what I am talking about. Perfection. There's just a little bit of water left. And you just kind of stir it around, but it's still pretty good. Once you can move it and see the pan, I think it's pretty good and it's done. That's for me, but look at that. They're nice and soft, super flavorful, and a great easy way to get your zucchini in. Again, I don't have any issues with the MSG in the sesame, but you know, be careful, try a little bit. That's what I did. And then just see how your body reacts. Each body reacts differently, guys. So mine's okay with it, but there's, like I said, also certain things that I can't have that I'm like, what the hell? So you just got to be careful. This is kind of the point of the story. All right, back in the same frying pan. I'm not going to lie, guys. I didn't wash it. I just kind of wipe it off with a paper towel. And we keep going, okay? We keep this train just rolling along. But next up is going to be asparagus, right? And just kind of line them up like that. And I do have it with a little bit of nonstick spray on here, okay? So you just line them up. And you're going to want to get them warm. I do hit mine with a little bit of nonstick spray. This is just like kind of an oil nonstick spray. Just to give them a little coat. Super simple. And then what I do next is just season. So I add salt. These salt and pepper shakers are from Amazon. Leo got them on the Prime days. And then I add the pepper. Lots of garlic. You can hear them like kind of popping and snapping. I'm going to add the juice of 1 whole lemon. We also don't like for our asparagus to be soggy. I like them still to have a crunch, so I don't cook them as long. But if you like them to be, you know, a little softer, then I would just put the foil back over the pan and just kind of simmer them and put a little water in. But it's pretty good. And I just keep flipping. And that's it. I keep it on a medium heat as well. And these are one of those things that just takes, you know, about 20 minutes. I don't know if you guys hear Rhea over there singing praise to Benny, but I want you guys to see, like, literally and up close. Like, you can visually see my seasoning on my food. Like I said, guys, season it, make it taste really good. Don't let it be bland, okay? You're just gonna be angry and unsatisfied if you eat bland, boring food. You know, just because we're, you know, making better choices doesn't mean it has to be boring choices or untasty choices. So I just keep kind of like flipping them through. Again, I added the juice of 1 whole lemon, lots of garlic, salt and pepper, and that's just kind of how we prefer them. And yeah, just gonna let them cook down. Like I said, I keep it on like a medium low so you guys can see, because I want it to cook slow, but still give it like a nice like crunch and gives it like a nice little char on it. I like the way that looks and tastes, and so does Leo. My mother-in-law loves them. She does not like when they're like kind of soupy, so that's why I prefer not to steam them on the grill, and I like to cook them up this way, because when you steam, I could eat them that way as well. I mean, I really don't care, but I prefer them like this, and so does Leo. And if I can get him to eat his greens, honey, that's a feat all on its own. It's harder for him to eat his greens than it is the kids. The kids will max on asparagus. They love it. Also, you guys, if you were like keto or low carb, bacon wrapped asparagus, you don't even have to season it, honestly. Just wrap your bacon around a couple of stalks of asparagus, throw it in the oven, and it's looking real good. And this is exactly how I like them, where you can see they still, I hate to call them this, but they are a little limp, but they still got a little kick to them too. So kind of wreaks havoc on your frying pan, but it is what it is. So those are finished. We'll put them in the Tupperware. And going on our list, Leo, we have the zucchini. Leo already has the potatoes on the grill. Sweet potatoes are growing. Asparagus is done. And here is the white rice that's already finished. So sides are pretty much finished. I'm going to put them all in their appropriate containers, and I'll be right back. All right, so quickly I'm going to go through this, but here are the chicken wings, and they look so good. The kids love a chicken wing, and don't forget, We are going to use these two sauces for them. And then we have asparagus, zucchini, white rice, chicken wings. This is the chicken thighs. I already have 2 Alleel's lunches prepped, so I just weigh out the veggies and the carbs. So that's kind of how I keep his little things going. So chicken wings, chicken thighs. Ooh, these potatoes, guys, are so good. They legit taste like Greek potatoes, and with the on the bottom they kind of got crispy, so they'll have a little crunch. Absolutely delicious, super easy. That Greek seasoning you can get at like your local grocer. I'll try to see if I can find it on Amazon. If I can, I'll have it linked. There's that steak. Becky's already tapped into it. She said it was really good. And then I believe that is the shrimps. Look at them. They look so good as well. He kept the shell on, but look so good. So I'll let them cool, and then I'm gonna put them in their appropriate containers. But my friends, this is meal prep. Oh, that's not for us, but we got some rice. So thank you guys for watching.